Nassau, Bahamas, a sun-drenched island nation of 280,000 people, better known for cruise ships and coral reefs than world champions. But somewhere on that island, in a gym that tourists never saw, a little boy was learning to fight. His name was Tureano Johnson. He was 8 years old. He was the oldest of 5 children, and he was the smallest. His uncle Ray Minus Sr., a former professional fighter, introduced him to boxing one afternoon. The other kids tried it, only Tureano stayed. He didn't just stay, he became obsessed. By the time he was a teenager, he was so good that a Bahamian businessman watched him win a tournament and made a decision that would change the boy's life forever. He sent him to Cuba, alone. A teenager from a tiny island, moving into the most secretive and elite boxing system on the planet, training alongside the best fighters in the world, every single day, for 5 years. He didn't quit. He didn't go home. He absorbed everything. And then, in 2008, Tureano Johnson boarded a plane to Beijing, China. He was going to the Olympics. He had qualified, not easily. He lost the first qualifier, then came back and won the rematch, because that's who he was. In Beijing, he won his first fight, then his second. Then he faced the Chinese boxer, in China, in front of a crowd that wasn't rooting for him. He lost. He came home without a medal and reflected quietly, "I'm happy to have been to the Olympics, although I don't deny that with a medal, my life would have been better." That line. Sit with that line for a moment. Not bitter, not broken, just honest. He turned professional in 2010. He was 26 years old, late by boxing standards, but he didn't care. He just went to work, fight after fight, win after win, in small venues, against dangerous opponents. Nobody was watching. He became the kind of fighter that other fighters didn't want to face. Tough, smart, relentless. The kind of guy promoters would call when they needed someone to make their star look good. Except Tureano Johnson had a bad habit. He kept winning. And then one night at Madison Square Garden, with Jay-Z watching from ringside, and Rihanna, and Spike Lee, and Jake Gyllenhaal all in the crowd, Tureano Johnson waved the Bahamian flag in the center of the most famous arena in the world, and won the WBC Silver Championship. The phone should have rung off the hook. A world title shot. That was the next step. It was obvious. He was ranked #1 contender in all 4 major boxing organizations, the WBC, the WBA, the WBO, the IBF, all 4 at the same time, #1. And then, the phone didn't ring. He was considered for a fight with Gennady Golovkin, one of the most feared champions in the world, and was passed over. No reason given, just passed over. That's boxing. That's the part nobody puts in the highlight reel. The moment when you've done everything right and the door still doesn't open. He kept fighting. He kept winning. He knocked out the previously unbeaten Jason Quigley in 9 rounds. He clawed his way back into contention. He was 35 years old and still climbing. Then came 2019 and Hurricane Dorian. The most powerful storm ever to hit the Bahamas tore through his country. Friends lost their homes. People lost their lives. The islands were devastated. Tureano Johnson stopped training. He went home, and he helped. "What this hurricane has done to the Bahamas is heartbreaking," he said. "Boxing has given me a platform and a voice, and I'm using it to ask everyone, please help my country." He eventually went back to training. He was 36 years old, still chasing. In October 2020, he finally got the fight he'd been circling for years. Jaime Munguia, world champion, undefeated, the future of the sport. This was Tureano's moment, his last real shot. In the 6th round, a vicious uppercut opened a wound so catastrophic, the fight had to be stopped. It was over. He retired quietly, no press conference, no farewell tour. He just went home to Nassau. And then, in the summer of 2025, Tureano Johnson opened a free boxing camp for children at a local park, open to any kid aged 4 to 16, every day, free. On the first day, the park bathrooms were locked. Most of the parents took their kids and left. When the dust settled, 2 children remained. 2. The man who was once ranked #1 in the world, who fought at Madison Square Garden while Jay-Z watched, who gave everything to a sport that never gave him the title he deserved, looked at those 2 kids and said, "We will meet right back here tomorrow." That's not a boxing story. That's not even a sports story. That is a story about what it means to keep showing up when nobody is watching, when the call never comes, when the door stays closed, when the crowd goes home. Tureano Johnson kept showing up for the Olympics, for his country after the hurricane, for 2 kids in a park with locked bathrooms. His name is Tureano Johnson, the people's champion of the Bahamas, and a world champion in every way that actually matters. And now, you know him.